All right, I'm back. Looks like the score of the Will Freeman match with Ray Schultz is 5-2. I couldn't figure out who it was, and I found out I had a match set up over here. So we're going to be playing Zach Western and Patrick McPhearson and Ryan McIntire. All right, so Ryan McIntire wins the flip and gets the break, and this is, let's see, this is a loser's bracket match. It is, so I need to change the race. Bob, we'll get to see how well your tutorials last week was. Not sure what happened to my camera there. Okay, there we go. All right, I think I finally figured out how to change the race to 5. So what we got? We got Bob's looking at the Fargo rates, a 558 and a 541. Should be very near a coin flip match if the ratings are established. In this case, one is and one isn't. And bear in mind, those scores are over a long course of time. Unfortunate. Little A little bit careless there, giving Patrick McPhearson the ball in hand on the 9 ball, and he goes ahead and concedes. In a race to 5, that can be costly. All right, we'll see what Patrick can do with the break here. He's got a pretty big break. That 1 ball heads right to the headrail. Gonna be another difficult rack to run out. We've seen one with Mike France to close out the last set. And that is all. I believe that Patrick is going to play a defense behind the 5, 7, 3 and send the cue ball, or I'm sorry, the 1 ball down to the other end of the table by where he's at. Because if he happened to make the 1 ball on a bank, the 2 ball's covered by the 6 by a lot of the table. So he chose to try to put the 1 ball where I was mentioning the cue ball. It's going to set up for a series of positioning shots. Ryan's going to probably slide up behind the 3 with the cue ball and push the 1 to the other rail. Starting to open up the table. Scott Hendrick, this is indeed double elimination. In fact, this is a 1-loss side match, hence the race to 5 as opposed to 7 for the winners bracket matches. So if Patrick hits this 1 ball, it throws he hit it but put it right in front of the pocket. Ryan's going to be able to use that ball to get position on the 2 and see what he can do. The 3 ball, probably going to have to play position to play a combo on the 5. It doesn't really have a natural home. So there's the position on the combo. He's going to have to be very, very careful here with cue ball speed, because the 7 ball is going to want to try to get in the way of playing the 3 after he makes the 5. It's a good effort on a thin cut shot. I wasn't sure how he was going to play that. Puts Patrick in the driver's seat with a 4 ball out with the ball deep in the pocket. He will probably play this with some inside. Hug the rail coming back down toward the 6. Just straight draw. That's fine too. He's going to end up drawing this ball as well. He may swing over to the side rail or try to just stun it. It slides over about a foot. And he's going to want to stay away from that 9-ball. Yeah, so over to the side rail. Not quite enough speed to get back where he would like to. Going to make it to the 9-ball a little tougher. Being up on the rail. Can't strike the bottom cue ball very well. He should be able to come back just about to where he's at here on this shot. Interesting shot. Let's look at the other angle for just a second. Not much better angle for us to look at. Hard to tell. Looks like it might pass. I'm not sure where he's from, Bob. I'd have to look it up. That's a nice shot. Boy, it just goes, I can't even take my eyes off of it, trying to look up where Ryan's from, and he misses the 9-ball and gives Patrick another very high percentage shot on a 9-ball. Bob, I'm drinking unsweet tea, so I wouldn't be too jealous there, bud. Ryan's from here in Evansville. I believe Mickey and I had a conversation about him actually this morning. I believe he's out on the west side. He's a 6 in the APA. So the conversation here is whose break it was. The winner's bracket is winner break, and the loser's bracket is alternate break. That's why Ryan broke that rack instead of Patrick. So Ryan will be breaking on racks where the score is even, and Patrick will break on racks where the score is odd. David Powell, you talking to Chris Brown? He's my buddy. We've gambled some 10-ball. Good player. He got the best of me that night. I think he outlasted the drinks at Bob's Lounge that I was drinking while we were playing. So Patrick chooses to lay up, push out there, give Ryan a chance to shoot or defer. Nice shot. That's a really nice shot. sets up a pretty nice rack, actually. He's really moving the ball around well here. Good tight position on the 6, which he's going to need. Good shape on the 7 ball. Probably going to play it up here in one of the corner pockets. An opportunity to send a 9 ball down by the corner pocket too. Instead of avoiding it, I would probably go ahead and volunteer into that, use it as a stop, and he draws out of it. Not bad. Kind of a 50-yard line position shot there. I like moving the 9 ball there specifically because it kind of controls cue ball location. Nice shot, and sets up a 2-rail position. He might end up hitting a 3rd rail there. It's a little too thin of a cut to try to hold. Might play the bottom side of it and play it up in the corner. He's got, yeah, he's going to play on the bottom side of it. There's a 2-rail position. Just a small cut up the rail. And that's a really nice rack. He tried to give away another one, didn't he? Nice out. Quite impressive first opening shot on the bank shot on the 1. Ryan has played well so far. Giving up a couple of golden opportunities to Patrick. I'm going to swing over and take a look at the brackets and see if we've got a results. Ray Schultz beat Will Freeman 7-5. I believe we will run a couple of rounds here in the losers bracket, and then we'll get into a Mike France Chris Austin match on the TV table soon. Some interesting setups getting ready to go. Ryan gonna take a stab at a 1-9, which is interesting given the fact that this table's favorable for running. Using bone hand on it sure cuts down on some of the guesswork. Fires at center pocket. Quickly tie this match up. All right, so Ryan ties up the match, and lots of good stuff going on over here at O'Brien's, guys. Yes, David, I'm sure you can get into some friendly action. Lots and lots of people like to play. Got guys that like to play 1 hole. We got guys that like to play 9 ball. We got guys that like to play bank. I like 10 ball personally. Well, he has a lot of balls falling in on the break, along with cue ball. Patrick takes ball in hand and makes 1 on the side and rolls up for the 3. Looks like the biggest trouble he'll have is position for the 5 after this shot. It's a well-played ball. He'll come cross table and back to the center for position here. A little soft. Just a little soft. It's okay. Just gonna have to play a little longer shots all. He should be able to roll back over along the side rail for a relatively straight in shot from the 7 ball. Just need to make sure to make this object ball. That's a real good shot to come forward on that, to get on the right side of the 8 ball. Now you just got to play this with straight top. End up down on the end rail for the 9 ball. He's on that with some middle ball. Trying to stun it over. Good shot. Looked like he had more angle than that. And he maintains his lead when in the 5th rack. Play around with the big scoreboard. No. There we go. Bob, I'm getting a little bit smoother this stuff. Just a little bit. Mickey's still busy over on the lay. That might make him clean up some of my stuff. Humidity's been getting the best of it lately. So you are in the Evansville area and you need some tip work done or just want your stuff cleaned up for the upcoming end of the year festivities, Mickey's more than happy to oblige you. It's cleaning the shaft right now. Let's see this shot from another angle and get this from behind. It's a thin cut on the one. He might play a defense here. Oh, the double kiss. Brutal double kiss, sends one up by the 9 ball. Oh. He's looking to see if that stuff goes. He's going to key up on another ball and hand shot at a 1-9 combo. We'll watch it from this angle. I think it's a more favorable angle to watch the shot. Cans another one. Ryan becoming the master of the 1-9 combo. Sets up a race to 2. All right, let's see if any of these guys can get anything good for the break. Everything's been push and ball and hand scratches, and nobody's had a chance to really take a good stab off the break. Got a probable cut on the 1. Cue ball bounce back and forth. Try to get leave on the 2 in the same pocket. Tough shot. Patrick gets his crack at the rack. Hey, Rusty, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. So Patrick's looking at the 3-ball position and where he wants the cue ball after he plays a 2 in the corner. It's probably as good as place as any. Let's swing around here and look at the shot from this angle. He's just got to stay away from the 7-ball here. Best way to stay away from him is hit it and knock it out of the way. Looks like there's plenty of room for the 8 to pass the 9, so if he can get the cue ball up here for the 6-ball, he should be in position just around the table, and he got a little bit too much speed. Since the 8-ball go either direction, ball speed on this shot's not critical because you can get leave on the 7-ball straight in and follow it up, or you can come out to the center of the table and play it in the corner pocket. So here he really truly just has to play the the shot and not the position too much. Banks the ball for now he gets to probably bank another one. I don't know that he's going to want to cut this ball. And he makes me a liar. And comes out of that as good as you could. And that's going to put him in the spot to be on the hill. Patrick on the hill, 4-3 in a pretty good match. Pretty good match. Which the Fargos indicated it would be, huh, Bob? They may not be exactly accurate all the time, but I think they're a pretty good predictor of the quality of match we're going to get. Robert Darling says, by the way, on this Memorial Day weekend, thank you to all you veterans out there for your service. Without you, there wouldn't be the freedom of speech I require to be the world's greatest pool announcer. Well, there's a lot said there in that phrase. I'll say you're welcome, since I am one of those veterans, but we appreciate your commentary when you're on, Bob, until you're sloppy drunk. Then I get feedback that it's not PG-13 any longer. Oh, wrong button. I see we still have a little bit of the glare on the table from the sun. Little bright spot right in the middle of the table between the head and shoestrings. Patrick changed sides on that break. He was breaking from the left side. He went to the right side. I don't know if it made the difference, but he does have a shot on the one. He did make a ball on the break. There's the Chris Brown we were talking about. Chris, when you gonna come down so we can play some 10 ball? Except for this time, it's not gonna be on a Friday night when I'm drinking. I'm not exact. I guess the three balls tough to get to from here. I was unsure what he's looking at, but I would think he could play that with some right hand spin, cut it in the side pocket, come around and leave on the three over in the corner. That's a little bit of a tricky shot. So he plays straight up and going to play bank. I'm almost certain that it won't cut. Can we tell which one's better? Yeah, from this angle, it looks like he might have room to cut it, actually. And there's the bank. He's going to get up there to where it's... Looks like the 4-ball will pass, so Ryan will likely bank this ball. And just a little long on the shot. That's a good shot that Ryan just made to get good position on the 6-ball. I believe the 7-ball will go into the side pocket. And that's pretty natural to just roll up past and shoot the 9-ball in the opposite side pocket. And we have a rubber match. Precisely what we came to see. What other fun things do we have down here? You leaving already?
Well, I have to go to my other job at 5. I work there at 5, so I switch shifts. Like, I usually work over there in the morning and then come here at night, but I switched to work this today, so.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Having to square up with our leaving waitress. Ryan gets action on break, but no line of sight on 1-ball. Let's see. Yeah, not much there. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Mickey's got the lathe running back in the background. Looks like Chuck Thompson's getting some work done, or at least inspecting Mickey's craftsmanship. Fixing to have another happy OnCue customer here at O'Brien's Sports Bar in Evansville, Indiana. So Ryan plays an interesting push out and opens up the one ball. I'm not sure what his goal there was other than distance and getting the 3 away from the 2 ball. Patrick can play this one ball into the rail, come back toward the middle of the table, get on 2. It's a good shot. Getting close to the side pocket with the cue ball. This is going to be challenging. He's over ball. Needs to get back up rail on the 3 ball. He's going to try to jam it with some low, but that's going to be tricky. Who is that, Bob? Who you talking about? The person that came up and talked to me was the waitress wanting to have me settle and move on to her other job. Looks like Will Freeman's in some bank action while he's waiting for his second round match to be called as a result of his loss to Ray Schultz. Yeah, Ryan sure don't know what to do with this this 2 ball. Me personally, I like the defense. Play the 2 ball to the right, play the cue ball off and behind a 6-9. Patrick's in a very similar situation. Difficult to get up table for the 3 ball. Although he's got a chance to play position to play defense. He's playing a defense right here. He's trying to shove his, oh, no. Changed angles at the last minute. I'm not a big fan of the angle he got to try to play a defense on this ball. I'm guessing he's trying to make it. On a hill match, you tend to see a little more conservative play. Okay, there's the angle that he was almost straight on. Didn't give him a chance to really get the cue ball in a tough spot. Straight on, not a lot of bank. I'm not sure how Ryan will play this. I like playing the cue ball real thin with left spin and sending the cue ball 3 rails around the table and hide behind the 4 ball. Well, with the cluster worked out, the next one to get in line will be really happy. Patrick got a chance to make a ball here, but cue ball is going to run a little bit on him. Can he hit it soft enough to not go all over? Nope. And hidden. Oh wow, I didn't think he had enough to shoot that shot, let alone make it. What a shot. I tried to capture a replay there. I'm not sure if I was fast enough. But I'll get with the Sheriff, Pat Akers, in a little bit to see if I did. That's a good shot right there. And he's going to take the victory. Nice out, Patrick McPhearson. So now I've got to wait for a next match. TJ, who we got? Who we got, TJ? Looking at the brackets. We're going to go to some winner bracket action. We're going to have TJ Hammond against Steve Parr. Since it's Yep, we're rocking and rolling. Since this is winner's bracket action, I have to change the race. We'll be racing to 7. Looks like they're plugged in, ready to get the show on the road.